shall be mine. I will fight with honor.
Alright, it's fine. Could have been better. Wonder what kind of warlock is he? Could be a slow zoo. Egg, huh? That actually spoils my muster.
My shield for
Defender of Argus, as always. I'll let him deal with this. There's no reason for me to pop that.
my shield for
Wow, 2 in a row Defender of Argus. It's always these people. And the reason why I say that is because normally these are the kinds of people that I lose to. They basically play back-to-back Defender of Argus to make you lose permanent tempo. I mean, it's a card, and it is good defensively, but it's so early in the game to the point where they just purposefully do it so that you lose your tempo, like permanently. Like one is fine, or like to trade efficiently is fine earlier, but to do it in such a way, back to back, with no reason of losing or no sign of losing, by the way, is just like pure reliance. That's what I was trying to get at. I only play usually with one Defender of Argus. I don't play two. Two is just like you're relying on it. Honestly. I mean, like, unless you're relying it on the fact that you will outlast to like almost fatigue, then two Defender of Argus makes sense. But if you're playing early game and you just want to have tempo, I almost rather to see mech decks than reliance over Defender of Argus and force someone to use their face, especially against weapon users like me as a paladin. So here Wild Powder is really bad, spawning from that his pilot shredder. It's actually a really good one for him because I can tell that he has spells in his hand. And usually warlocks have a hellfire in their hands, so we might see one here. So he has Dark Bomb, and there's the hellfire, as expected. So my Sylvanas gain no value except to force him to use all the AoE, more or less, so I decided to start my muster since it got stalled by the egg. And it's good that I got the silence on from the owl, my only owl in the deck. And I actually got it, so that was lucky me.
I wonder.
So here he is thinking he just used this AoE and he's thinking I must have a quartermaster soon. So he is thinking really hard about what to do here. Bear VT. Belcher. So I got my true silver, but I think it's time for me to use my equality here because of what I have on the board. I could have just used my true silver there, but I felt like I could use my true silver to damage a better creature. I normally would use true silver there, but I think I could use true silver in a better manner. And he's running, I mean, I'm running low on cards. And see, like, and he plays Karn, so it's a really slow Warlock. If the Defender of Argus Reliance failed, then he's just a slow Warlock in general. So this Warlock deck, I believe, is just to out-tempo you and get into the late game to pull Jaraxxus off. There we go. Because the way I see it is that he has Karn in the Warlock deck, and that's really weird except to gain tempo. And here I didn't want to use my Harrison because 7 cards would burn me. So I have to wait. And at this point, I could have killed Karn and get the other Death Rattle, just in case he has Sunfury Protector in his hand. But I'm gonna take a risk.
That belongs in a museum.
So he has been holding Harrison. So with me having 4 cards in hand, oh my gosh, 4? Wow. There's good news and bad news about this board that he has. One is really bad, but 2, it could stop him. But here I'm gonna use my Harrison because he hit me once, and now I won't mill myself. Faceless is good, and the other True Silver is good, and the humility is nice. So here I decide that, you know, I don't want him to taunt up really dumb stuff like a 1/1 and a 6/6. So I just use my Consecration that I got, and then I'm just gonna humility the Harrison so that he has to trade off Karn for sure. I mean, he could silence his own Harrison because we still haven't seen a silence. So Inferno here, and then yeah, he takes it. Healing. That is really bad for me. Healing is really bad for me. Harvest Golem. Okay, at least he didn't taunt up, so I still have a chance. The fact that he didn't taunt up. So here I'm gonna just take the biggest creature that he has got, which is the Inferno, and then just True Silver and hit his face, because at this point I'm racing. Like, he has definite control on the board, and against Jaraxxus you just can't go for that unless you kept your equality. Oh my gosh, Mal'Ganis. That's really bad for me. I mean, I have my BGH, but at this point I don't have that 1 damage. I was 1 off lethal, and I still am. So here I have to BGH. And I have to trust my Knife Juggler here.
Put this apple on your head.
Reporting for duty.
Wow, I got so lucky. Wow, sorry pal. I'm so sorry. I got so lucky. I mean, I did it in the right order because Mal'Ganis makes your hero immune.